to Divine Destiny. This is going to be your daily reading for January 22nd. And I'm excited. Today's reading was actually a submission from my sister, because I was asking her for, topics and stuff. And she sent in twin flames and separation. So I thought that was a really cool idea. So I'm going to do that tonight. If you have a suggestion on, like a topic or something relating to your twin flame journey that, you would like to know about, write it in the comments and maybe I'll pick it and we'll do it. Sometimes it's good. I wanted to pick this too because, sometimes it's nice to just kind of check in and see what the overall energy is of things. And sometimes when you do that, it's easy to put things back in a perspective. Sometimes when you're being emotional, you can work yourself up into a, but when you're able to kind of step back and look at something, in a different way, sometimes it can actually put a lot of perspective about things. So we're going to keep with the same general card combinations that I've been doing. A few of the Dreaming Virtue Angel tarot cards. We're going to do some regular Rider-Waite and then a couple healing oracles. If you have, I know I had someone suggest cards. Thank you. I looked at them. They're beautiful. If you have a suggestion for a deck of cards that would be good for me to use, I am on the hunt for another deck here. So let me know. Write in the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say. All right, we're just going to get right into it. All right. Oh, Queen of Water. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. Beautiful, beautiful. Queen of Water is also the Queen of Cups in the regular tarot. Tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. Queen of Hearts is very heart-centered. She's very, she's emotional. She likes to feel. She's able to open up. She's able to be vulnerable. She's able to, really go deep into her feels. She's able to kind of to open up and break down those walls that a lot of people, like, say, the Queen of Swords would be. She's a little bit more logical than heart-centered. The Queen of Water is very in her heart space. She does most things from that kind of a perspective. This is a really beautiful card. The Queen of Cups also cares for herself. She's very emotionally gentle with herself. She realizes that, she's fragile in a way, so she kind of speaks gently to herself. She's loving. She's positive about herself because, a good emotional foundation is strong, and she has really kind of mastered that. I don't want to say mastered, but she's come a long way. So the relationship in general, I would say, is probably really, like it says, going to a new level. I think it's more heart-centered. I think there's probably a lot more communication, at least astrally, telepathically, that kind of a thing. For some of you, you might be able to feel a little bit more what they're going through if you really tune into it. Meditation helps. If you're able, even if it's just for 5 minutes. I know things are, things get busy. Life happens, but as long as you have 5-10 minutes just so you can even just close your eyes and just be quiet, definitely do that, because that's going to help put you even more into that center that's going to be able to, you're going to be able to feel them more. Okay? So, beautiful. That is an excellent way to go. It's very good that we're going. And I like that it says patient, because that has been a real theme lately too, is patience. Patience, patience, patience. You know, good things take time. And I think that, you know, you're getting to that place where that's okay. You know, there's things that need to be worked on. There's things that need to be learned. You know, everyone's doing the work, and we'll get there. We just gotta be patient and do the work. We can't just sit around, obviously. Ooh, Six of Fire. Six of Fire is a beautiful card. Six of Fire would be the Six of Wands in the regular tarot. It is victory. It's winning. It's just everything you do, it's turns to gold. It's gonna work out. You know, it says victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or rewards. So, you know, I don't know about the public recognition or rewards, I don't know about that, but usually when I see wands are action, wands are things that you kind of do, and you're excited about, and you're kind of fired up, and you know, anything that you're really passionate about is going to be really good for both of you right now. It's really important to have things that are I don't guess hobbies, but yeah, like hobbies, but hobbies that you're like super passionate about, you know, that like you can spend hours doing it. You're just like, oh shit, I've just spent all this time doing this. Oh my God. You know, things like that, putting your time into things like that, that's going to be really good for your relationship, not only with, you know, your twin, but with yourself as well. It's so important to have things in our life that bring us like a simple kind of joy, just to do them. It just makes you happy, you know, and that's really important to have. And we're figuring all this out, you know, we're slowly learning this. This is wonderful. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. All right, let's see here. All right, we're going to do another one. Thank you for everyone, too, I want to put in here while I'm shuffling. Thanks for commenting, and I'm getting to meet some of you and talk to you, and it's so great. You know, it's nice to meet people also on the same journey as you. You know, it's easy to sometimes feel alone, you know, and you're not. You're never alone, Jesus. Especially with a twin flame relationship. Always lurking around somewhere, right? Alright, let's see. What else? Ooh, okay. Card of Leo, strength, number 11, my jam. Great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness, and compassion. Forgiveness is, you know, is super great, but if you're not ready, you know what I mean? Like, you can't, I know the idea sounds good, you know, forgive. But how do you do that? You know, if you're not ready to do it, you know, we can let go of things, you know, let go of things that aren't, you know, helping us, and be compassionate and empathetic. It's good to, you know, if you're having a situation that's kind of hard to think about, you can switch it around and look at it from a different perspective. You know, this might be something that you need to do with your twin. Like, if you were in their position, with their experiences, with the lessons that they've learned, with the life that they've had to live, how would you have handled it? Would you have handled it any different? You know, knowing what they knew, the experiences they had, you know, these are how people make decisions, you know, so you can't really, I think we're learning that you can't really hold actions that happen over someone, because that's how you learn, you know, and that takes strength. It takes strength to admit that, you know what, you might have messed up, but I probably would have messed up too. I have messed up. And, oh well, you know, shit happens. You can't just be judgmental and, you know, you can't be judgmental. You can't. And if you are, then you're in your ego, and there's a whole other bunch of stuff you got to work on. So let's try to be strong. I think we are being pretty strong, and that shows, you know, especially since it's upright, you know, it's showing that we have shown a lot of strength, and we have shown compassion, but, you know, it's always nice to kind of understand how other people feel, you know, and put yourself in their position. So just think of it that way, you know, and not everything is a slight, you know, towards you, or, you know, you might just be perceiving things differently. You know, it's sometimes people just have bad days. Sometimes, you know, like, doesn't have anything to do with you. You know, I'm having a good day. I don't know, you know, but stuff happens. So you can't just let it work its way out. Don't freak out. Very cool. I like that these are all really, really positive. Leo, you know, is very optimistic. I'm very optimistic. It's almost ridiculous. Like it can be a pretty bad situation. I will find something that is positive or funny, or, you know, I will always find the positive in something. You know, and that's a lot of Leos. A lot of Leos are like that. They're very charismatic, and they're positive, and they're just hopeful. And, you know, it's a good way to be. It's a really good energy to live in. As long as you're not diving too much into, you know, Leo's ego, which I think among a lot of signs it's not rivaled by too many others. It's easy to fall into that. So you need to, when you have those kind of attributes and you're trying to, you know, focus on having those characteristics, just remind yourself that you need to be doing it from a very compassionate, gentle kind of way. All right, I'm gonna do another one of these. Ooh, balance. Zadkiel. I love Zadkiel, Archangel Zadkiel. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, waiting for perfect timing. So you probably have heard now, I would imagine, you know, everything in divine timing, right? That's kind of like the thing to hear. Everything happened in divine timing, but it's true. That's why you hear it. Everything in your life is predetermined, and it's really like a simulation. The more you realize, you're just kind of running your course. We have free will, but, you know, to a certain extent, you know, there's a need for balance and understanding that, you know, things might not happen exactly how you envision it and exactly how you would like it to, or how you, in your logical brain, you know, think that it should. You know, this is how it should line up, and these are all the little pieces that are gonna, you know, make this whole thing up. And you really can't do that. It's easy to. I'm certainly guilty of that myself, but, you know, you can't do that with this kind of a thing. You really have to just be present with where you are at the moment and not hold on at all to what you think should be happening, because it's not what's going to be happening. You know, when we can put our trust in, you know, how this universe works, you know, and then we do the work, we're guaranteed to have what it is we're wanting here. You know, they're laws. They're laws for a reason. So if you plant, you know, good seeds and you plant good intentions with those seeds, and then you nurture them, they're going to grow and eventually they'll come into your life. That's how things work. That's the circle of life. It's the medicine wheel, whatever you want to call it. That's life. That's how it goes. So, you know, sometimes, you know, we're on the top, sometimes we're on the bottom, but it doesn't matter because it's always going to switch. So the people that you might be thinking like, oh my God, look, they're right up here. Like, yeah, but they'll be at the bottom soon enough. Don't worry. Like, it's going to keep going. The second you end one cycle, you're starting a new one. It doesn't matter. It just keeps going and going and going, which is why it's so important to stay present. Okay, that's the best chance you have at having a future that you want, is by doing the things that you need to do in the present moment, because that's going to set it up for success in the future. You can't plan for the future in the future. You have to plan for the future in the now, because that's what's manifesting the future. Okay, so Zadkiel, awesome guy, awesome angel, I should say. Alright, balance. What am I at? I'm at 16. I think I'm going to switch to my regular. My poor cards are getting so old. Some of them, they're cracking and it's just, I feel so bad. My cards, they're like 20 years old now. I mean, I've been reading for 19 years? 19? So yeah, so they're 20 years old. Poor things. It's funny when other tarot readers probably will relate to this. You know, when you have a deck that you've used for years and years and years, it almost like gets a personality almost. Like, my deck is sassy sometimes. Alright, let's see. Oh, beautiful. Oh, look, see? Oh, my poor tarot deck. The Fool. The Fool is beautiful. The Fool is new beginnings. It's reset button. It's it might be what some of you are hoping for. Maybe you guys kind of came together and then you had your separation, and what you're really hoping happens is a new beginning, something kind of kickstarting a brand new season that includes the two of you together. I honestly feel, and this has been going on seriously for like at least a month, maybe a little bit more, but like hard for a month. Like, the energy's like just so, like, something is coming, and I'm not the only one. Like, I've watched other readers. My sister, like, DarlingDTarot, by the way, you need to go to her. She's awesome. Her pick a cards are like, you can't get a more accurate pick a card. Seriously, DarlingDTarot. She's in my my featured people on my page, so definitely go to her. But we were talking, things are coming, you know, all those things that we've been manifesting like a long time ago that we kind of like probably were like, I guess it's not gonna happen, you know, they're gonna start showing up. Okay, and it's gonna be like a brand new beginning. It's gonna be so beautiful. Now everyone's is gonna be a little bit different, you know, their new beginning. You know, some people are starting completely over. Some people are meeting new people. Some people are going in different directions. You know, but whatever it is, this is something that is very welcomed. You know, this is not something that should be feared or worried about. This is going to be something that is just beautiful and carefree. And if you can see right here in there we go, his little hand there, he's got a white flower. White in the tarot often means purity. So, you know, his intentions are very pure. He's kind of just loving life. He's doing things that make him happy, doing things that resonate with him, that, you know, he's carefree and he's packing light. He has a laurel wreath around his head. So he's successful in the new place he's trying to go. It will be successful. It's not a bad decision. It just might seem like a leap of faith, which is fine because victory. Laurel wreaths always mean victory. That ties us back actually to the Six of Fire. Six of Fire in the Rider-Waite tarot card. I believe he has a laurel wreath on his head as well. So that's also victory. So whatever the leap of faith is that you have to take, you can be pretty damn sure that it's going to be a really good thing for you. It's going to be pure. It's going to be free. It's going to be exciting. There's pomegranates on his tunic, so you know it's going to be abundant and fertile and just I believe pomegranate's an aphrodisiac too, so maybe a little sexy. Okay, right? So really, you know, kind of get excited and really stay open to any good thing, good people, good situations, good energy, anything, you know, really wonderful that wants to pop into your life. Any decisions you have to make last minute that you think, you know what, this might really be my new beginning, jump on it. Okay? And like I said, for some of you, this could just be what you're really hoping for. You're just really hoping for a new beginning. You know, you guys parted ways and you miss them. You know? Alright. Three of Pentacles. Work, 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 work. Work, work, work. Alright. Three of Pentacles is great. It is working, but to the tune of, you know, everyone has a role to play. If you see there's, you know, three people here, each person is kind of doing a different thing. This guy right here, he's doing the actual work. You know, he's telling them what to do. This one's got a piece of paper. You know, everyone has like this different kind of little niche that they fit into and that they do things for. But when you put them all together, they're able to form something really beautiful. When they're done, this is going to be a beautiful cathedral, you know. But it wouldn't have been a beautiful cathedral if it wasn't for the builder, the planner, the architect, the this, the that. Everything has to fit perfectly together. You know, it's a collaboration almost of the entire universe, you know, and that's honestly what is going on here. You have to understand that a lot of different pieces have to come into this. It's almost like building a puzzle, you know. It's like building, like going on a trail, you know, and like picking up little puzzle pieces and putting them, you know, up on a little puzzle mat or whatever you put puzzle things on. I don't know what the hell they're called. Puzzle mats? I don't know. But like picking them up and putting them there, and then like you start to see like little things, little areas come up, and it's like, oh, that's what that was. Oh, that's why that happened. And you start kind of connecting all these little dots. But everything has to kind of be in alignment, in order, so it can fit into those pieces when it needs to be. This could also mean collaborations. Maybe you are both kind of starting to branch out and work with other people, learn things, mentors, whatever, teachers, institutions. Maybe if someone's learning a trade, learning a craft, bettering themselves that way. I really do feel though that this is kind of a nod towards everything kind of falling into place, you know, because everyone is doing, you know, their own work. So that is beautiful. When everyone can kind of do their work, things just, you know, come together so much easier. You know, I go looking for stuff to work on. You know, I'll meditate, I'll ask, you know, where I can improve, or, you know, shadow work is, it's something, it's intense. But I have to tell you, like, you grow so much with shadow work. It's incredible. Shadow work and inner child work are probably my two, like, most favorite things to really work on, because it teaches you the most. Oh, Woo. Okay. This is wonderful, and I'm going to explain why. If you can see, it is the 8 of Cups, and what he is doing is he's walking away. What's he walking away from? I'm going to tell you. He's walking away from anything that doesn't serve us emotionally. It's not fulfilling. Maybe it's a situation that you're not growing in. People, places, and things that just don't nurture you emotionally. Remember, this is what we're kind of turning into. You know, this is what we're embodying now. We're embodying, you know, people who really value themselves, you know, so they're not going to stay in places and put up with things that don't resonate with what they are, because it's going to hurt. Like, you'll get to a place where it's like you just can't be there, you know. So we're learning, you know, our self-worth. We're learning, you know, situations that don't serve us, people that don't serve us. We're learning how to differentiate between where we need to put our energy and where we need to withdraw it from. You know, sometimes things don't even require your energy. Like, you don't even need to touch it. Just don't even look at it. Nothing. Like it's the plague. Like, don't even, not touching it, right? See, I have nothing to do with me. So this is really, really wonderful, you know, and I think it says a lot too. The guy is kind of walking away like in the dark, and he probably doesn't even know where he's going. You know, all he knows is that he feels like he needs to leave, which is so important. You know, if you feel like you shouldn't, if you get that feeling and you're just like, ugh, I shouldn't be here, come on, leave, okay? Get up and leave. You don't owe anybody an explanation. If you feel like you need to, just so you're not rude, just say, I need you to go. Sorry. Someone's texting you, calling you, don't want to talk to them? Don't. Are they paying your phone bill? No. You know, I mean, people know I might not, you know, get back to you for a little bit, and it's not because I'm like trying to be, I just might not want to deal with anything. I might have my own stuff going on, and I'm just like, you know, sometimes I'm not in the energy of talking on the phone, you know. Sorry, but that's how I feel. And that's okay. It's okay to be like that. It's okay to be like, no, I don't want to talk to anybody right now. I'm doing shit. That's fine. Be like that. Be selfish with yourself, with your energy. Your energy is really important. You need to protect it. And you shouldn't just be giving it away to people. You know, it's valuable. You should give it to things that deserve your energy. And we're learning how to figure out what those things are. So, awesome. We're going to do one more card here, and then we're going to do an angel healing card or two. I'm not sure how many I'm going to do. Let's see how long I babble with this card. I wanted to keep it around like half hour, so 28 minutes right now. Not bad. If you like longer readings, like I said, you know, talking about my sister, she does like super in-depth, like over an hour long readings, like incredible. She really takes her time with each one. I do too. I just, you know, I like to keep them a little bit short. All right. All right. So 3 of Swords isn't always a horrible card. Okay, we'll just get that out of the way. Some people, some of you might be in that kind of a situation. You might be in like a third party thing. Maybe they're with somebody else. Maybe you're with somebody else, and just things are kind of not exactly how they'd like to be. But I want to point out, you know, here in the tarot, if you can see these clouds, you know, they clouds always represent wisdom, especially the color gray, which are also the color of the clouds. In these times, these, you know, in between, these waiting times, these times where you're separated, you know, and that might be one of the reasons you're separated right now. There's always wisdom. There's always lessons to learn. There's things that you can improve on, things that you can work on and learn. And that's what we really need to be doing right now. If you're not in that kind of a situation, I would just suggest that we really need to do things that help our heart to feel whole. You know, this is a very, the energy of this card is very, just very achy. I don't know about depressed, but it just feels like certain things may have happened in the relationship that like really kind of hurt someone, almost like a knife right to the stomach. Like it's something might have happened, and that might be weighing on one of your minds. It's almost like when it comes up, when it kicks back into their brain of what happened, it's that feeling all over again, and that just kind of snowballs into a big mess, like a huge mess. And swords are thoughts, swords are beliefs, ideas, you know, and all these things, you know, I think can really be damaging your heart, your connection. You know, that is the connection, your heart space. That's how you know, in a way communicate and connect. So, you know, to have all these swords being shoved in there, we don't want to do that. We don't want to have these thoughts that are stabbing our heart anymore. You know, if something happened, you don't have to forgive, you know, until you're ready to. You don't. But I would suggest, no matter how hard it hurts, to go into that feeling and to really try to get to the root of it and see where it is that you're holding on to. Because anything that your twin might do to you that does this, I can guarantee you it's stemming from something that happened way before they even came into your life, and it's now just projecting back at you. So this is something that was done to you a long time ago, and we need to heal them. So it could just be it could be a belief system. It could just be low self-esteem, no self-love. It could be guilt, shame, you know, abandonment. You know, it could be a whole bunch of things that we need to kind of work through. But, you know, we're learning. We're learning how. We're learning how, which is important. All right, and another thing I would like to add here is these are all things that are self-imposed. The swords, if it's not the third-party situation, and it could be both. Maybe they're in a third-party situation and, you know, you guys have hurt each other somehow. These are results of the thoughts that you have. Okay? So keep that in mind. I'm going to do my healing now. So this is the Healing Oracle cards. Healing with the Angels, it's called, by Doreen Virtue. And I'm going to do, let's see, we'll just do one. Oh my God. Wow. So this is sure a theme lately. I don't know. Somebody's getting pregnant. Okay. Like, these divine babies are coming. I can tell you that I know they are. And these are going to be like super children. They are. Swear to God. Actually, cool. Side note, I was talking to my sister about this. If you guys are like into like cool stuff, I don't know if you'll think it's cool. I think it's cool. Epigenetics It's actually a really cool thing. It's the study that you know, things happen obviously genetically, but even the experiences that like go on in your mom, like when you're in her stomach, and how they can affect you later on. Like they have studies that show linking like maybe self-image issues to that child then growing up and having depression or eating disorders. Like it carries on. So you're kind of like from the get-go, you have this shit in you, and you're just like, well, you're already automatically going to be dealing with this shit. It's incredible. Epigenetics, look it up. It's pretty cool. Anyway, children. What's with the children? I had this all over my personal, like the collective readings I did for my Instagram today, and it's been for like a few readings now. This isn't, you know, and my sister too, she got this in the one I picked number 1 for who's doing her pick a card, her latest pick a card. I picked number 1. Awesome pick a card, by the way. Good things are coming. But apparently also summer children. So incredible, incredible, incredible. For those of you who are not having children, for those of you who are like, nope, that's not what that means for me, it means you need to pay attention to your inner child. Climb a tree. Go to the park and swing. I have a swing in my backyard. I go outside constantly and I swing in my yard at night. Kids are in bed. I'm by myself. I'm swinging. Look at the moon. Look at the stars. It like heals me to be able to swing and satisfy that inner little Caitlin that, you know, needs to swing on things. So go in, do some inner child work, nurture yourself, blow some bubbles, draw with some chalk, whatever you got to do. It doesn't matter, you know, what other people think or, you know, whatever. That doesn't matter. They're not living with you. It doesn't matter. Even if they are living with you, fuck them. Do what makes you happy. Okay? We really, maybe we need to, I really just feel like we just either are having children or we just need to get in touch with our inner children. For those of you that have children, maybe just spend more time with them if you haven't been able to dedicate a lot of time to them. Make them a priority. You know, my kids, every night I have dedicated time, you know, before bed for each of them that I spend with them. And that's, you know, our time, you know, no matter how busy our days get, they know they're going to have a block of time with me alone every single day. And it's important that they have that, you know, they have a space they can talk, you know, it's comfortable and they know that they can come to you with things, and it's a good way to be close to your children. So very cool. Oh my gosh. Well, absolutely amazing reading. You know, we still have stuff to work on, yes, but honestly, you're always going to have stuff to work on. Nobody's ever know everything. You're always going to be working on something, you know. We have come such a long way, and it's just been, like, I feel like it's been, like, an accelerated rate, too. Like, it's just, like, the second you get into it, it's, like, it's just, at least that's my been, you know, it's incredible. Incredible, incredible. So I hope this was able to help somebody. I hope this really brought some clarity, you know, to your situation and kind of lightens the mood a little bit. You know, it's sometimes all you need is just to take a step back and look at things, you know, a little differently from more of a bird's eye view. So if you like this, please please comment. You know, like I said earlier, I would like to get to know everyone who's watching my stuff, and I will definitely comment back and get to know you, and, you know, tell me about your story, tell me about what's going on, how many years you've been doing this, if you're in separation. Let me know. Like I said, I really want to get to know everyone. We're all in this together. So I hope everyone has a really good day, and I will talk to you more.